Do you know what the Dark Triad is?
The Dark Triad is one of these things that you should know, but no one teaches you about it in school.
The Dark Triad is psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellianism. If you don't know what they are, I suggest you get Googling. Really simply, they are the three main kinds of neurotypical nastiness.
Chris, why is that important?
Well, for quite a while now, it's been bugging me a lot that there was this other thing that kept coming up, and I could never place it. It never really neatly fit into any of the Dark Triads, and I just found out what it was. It's called negging. What a word. On my channel, I get a lot of critical feedback. Most of it is super positive. Like, the audio is a little bit low here and I couldn't really hear it. So I'll go back and check the files, check the technology, see what went wrong, and I will put things in place to try not to make that mistake again so that there's a more pleasurable viewing experience. But sometimes the critical feedback comes in this weird form, and it comes in the form of like a backhanded compliment. Before I get into the example, I'm bringing this up because we talk about things like narcissism and psychopathy and manipulation a lot, especially if you deal with mental health, because usually the byproduct of things like PTSD and whatnot and depression have come about because you have been victim of someone who's displaying those traits. And negging is one that is really covert, and it just never sat right with me, right? I couldn't place it because it's more than what it first appears. The definition of negging is to give a backhanded compliment that forces the recipient to seek approval from the person who gave you that backhanded compliment. It would go something along the lines of, I would subscribe to your channel if you cut off your dreadlocks. What they're doing is they're putting like a carrot in front of a donkey. They're saying, hey, I would totally love to be part of it, but there's something about you, whether it's your personality or your appearance, that doesn't sit right with me. So if you would just change that, I would be more than happy to come along and help you. And it's super manipulative. It's okay for someone like myself who's gone through and done a whole bunch of work and has a really good handle on how narcissists work and how covert manipulators work. But for a lot of people out there, negging is something that happens every day, especially on social media. I see it so often. And I went on a deep dive to try and find that word. It's just something to be aware of. If someone's requesting you change, alter, stop doing something about yourself to acquire their approval, they're negging you. It's not good. Don't let them do it. Just laugh it off and be like, nah, bro, dreadlocks are staying, or whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, that's going to keep you a lot safer from their manipulation. And if you catch someone doing it, they're trying to manipulate you. They're not good for you. Don't stay around them. And if it's online, just scroll on. Scroll on, boy! Scroll on!